O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 16 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Law and Order segment tonight. Two horrific situations. We begin with a proposed new law in California. State Senator Scott Wiener, there he is. He thinks Fox News is fake news, by the way. This is a real champ. Has introduced a bill that would no longer make spreading AIDS intentionally a felony. Wiener says it should be a misdemeanor. Here now to analyze Kimberly Guilfoyle. Ebony Williams has the night off. Is this as crazy as it sounds?
It really is, and it's as dangerous as it sounds. I mean, what kind of mentality is operating here that he thinks this is a good idea for public health and safety? This should remain a felony. As a matter of fact, there's many people that want to add other things, like if you knowingly transmit and intentionally try to, hepatitis C, other things that are very difficult to be able to combat. And when somebody willfully tries to give someone else HIV, why would you want to say that that's
he
okay?
Says, Wiener says, and as I mentioned, this is really a far-out individual. He was tremendously against Kate's Law, this guy. Okay, so he says he doesn't want to stigmatize people with AIDS. Right. That's why he wants to lower the penalties. And it's not that you go out and say, I want to infect somebody with AIDS. You go out and you don't use protection. Right. You know you have the disease. You know it's communicable. And you don't tell your partner. No. Don't tell him her anything. Okay? And you just go ahead. And this guy wants leniency. He wants the crime to be dropped. And it's just, as you said, incomprehensible, and staggeringly irresponsible. It would extend
to people who are donating blood, knowing that they have
donating
HIV.
Blood, that's correct.
Donating breast milk. I mean, so there's just nothing that's off limits.
So if you have AIDS and you go and you donate blood and you don't tell the blood bank, okay, this guy doesn't want you punished.
He's more concerned with destigmatizing. Yes. And it's just, it's really reckless behavior. It makes no sense whatsoever.
You know what's reckless? Electing this guy for anything.
I have spent my entire adult life fighting against HIV and trying to reduce HIV infections. As an activist in the community, as a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, as a gay man who came out of the closet almost 30 years ago. That has been my life's work to reduce HIV infections. You reduce HIV infections, which reduces costs, among other things. You reduce HIV infections by trying to bring people out into the sunlight, by not stigmatizing people living with HIV, by trying to connect people with testing, and then if they're positive, with care, and then giving people who are HIV negative access to all prevention tools, including PrEP. That's how you reduce HIV infections. That's how we've done it in San Francisco and in other counties that have collapsed HIV infections. You don't reduce HIV infections by threatening people with felony prosecutions for being HIV positive and having sex. That is not how you do it. That's how you push people into the shadows, make sure that they don't get tested, and that's how you increase infection. We know that in communities where HIV is highly stigmatized, where whether it's the church or families that are stigmatizing HIV, those are communities where HIV infections are going up. We need to move away from criminalizing HIV and towards a public health approach, and that's what SB 239 does.